Good morning and a warm welcome to the next Rico Anything in Print webinar, which we've been running since lockdown in March last year. Today's event is part one of two sessions. We will be covering the importance of customer outreach and the tools that can help you achieve an increase in revenue, but most importantly, customer engagement. So please try and make sure you register for the second event in June. My name is Richard Mason and I'm responsible for the production print sales at Rico UK. I'm very pleased to be joined today by two colleagues and who are subject matter experts, Nick Daniels, Solutions Architect, and David Bowring, the Channel Sales for EMA at TFI. We also have a special guest, Ollie Renshaw, who is from Leeds University's Service Bureau, who kindly agreed to take the time to share the university stories with you. Between them all, they will be able to give you an insight into how to make your print room mailing and communication processes more efficient in the new reality that we find ourselves in at the moment. If you have any questions during the webcast, you can submit them through the Q&A tool. We will try and answer as many of these during the webcast as we can. However, if a fuller answer is needed, we run out of time, we will answer your questions in full later by email. An on-demand version of today's recording will be sent to you after the event, and additional help materials are also available as handouts. Have a look at the resource section and please feel free to download any you find useful. So now let's get to the main part of the webinar. There's no doubt that COVID-19 has been a business-changing event. The consensus amongst the business world, and indeed society, is that things will never get back to how they were. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. The challenge for business is how they respond. It all comes down to allowing and empowering employees' choice in terms of remote working and enabling those processes to help them with that. Therefore, business leaders are now looking at the best way to adapt their workplace with tools such as smart desk booking, thermal screening cameras, and interactive whiteboards. Furthermore, maintaining critical business processes and customer communications is vital in any circumstances, as this allows home workers to create regular and ad hoc customer correspondence. This drives the need to review marketing and communication processes, which can aid staff to create more personalised content across the channel, but not just print. Technology to aid the change has been available for a long time. However, transformation that can happen over several years has happened in weeks and months. Hopefully my guest today will be able to demonstrate this and give you a real example of how we supported some of our customers on their journey. So now let me hand you over to Nick, who will start.
Thanks, Richard. Well, print is often seen as a commodity, and it's pretty often driven by price or even local competition due to the location they may be in. And with alternative ways to deliver the message or communicate differently or digitally, I suppose, how can we help use client information to increase the value of what you do, what we do? And it's often about using the data to innovate. A strategic direction with this and with outreach, it's important to start thinking beyond print and position the services you offer, and especially around looking at what you're good at. Do you need to actually change your approach if some jobs are not profitable or they're not working very well? And with all the changes that we've seen, certainly over the past year, have you looked at a new business plan, created that business plan to see how that can affect you going forward? And also, it's around becoming a stakeholder in the organization you're either in or organizations that you support. And this is especially around perhaps joining up or joining forces with the marketing department, working with facilities or the post room to get that outreach of people that you can support to add value to the services that you can position for your print room or print location. And of course, where possible, add new skills. Often your suppliers can help you do this with the expertise that they have and they're working in with their organizations, and challenge your existing workflow. Ollie will talk about this perhaps a little bit later, but have you automated as much as possible where your processes might have lots of duplications? And of course, this might be around, requesting quotations, pre-press, delivery, and invoice. For example, I'm working with a client at the moment that is producing celebrity posters. And to do this function, it's a full-time job for one person, where what you could do is you can automate the whole process online through when someone pays for it, it goes through the workflow, it goes to the press, you're not having to hold any stock. But you can also add a level of personalization and sell the value of the product, which can be more profitable. But this then means that that role is released to do other things where you can service your customers in different ways. I'd like to hand over to David Baring now.
Thank you. Just to give some context to our presentation today, the first item ever ordered online on Amazon was a printed book in 1995. Around 20 years later, the e-commerce industry has made over $2 trillion in sales worldwide. There's no looking back now. E-commerce has revolutionized retail. It's expected more than a third of all shopping in the UK will be done online by 2024. We all love the Amazon model of customer service, 24/7 availability, and next day delivery. Amazon and others who have a strong online presence have been able to register growth even during the recent pandemic. Amazon sales went up by 26% by the end of Q1 2021. We know that today 72% of all procurement purchases is done online. Why would print be any exception to this? What's more, digital transformation and digitization of processes is at the forefront of most organizations. But often print rooms are just seen as that. You keep on doing what you've always done, and that's how your customers perceive you. You often don't have the time to discuss about additional services or products that you can or may be able to provide. An online portal is a wonderful advertising tool. It can show everyone what you can do and promote, not only to your internal existing customers, but to a new market or to new external prospects. The site allows your customers to upload a file and automatically print on your devices, but that's not all. It can offer an online library of all the latest files that's managed centrally. You can give your customers a chance to even create and design their own documents, or sell multi-channel marketing campaigns that include not just print, but SMS, email, personalized web pages, or promotional items, non-print or print products that can show an on-hand quantity. In fact, any item can be published to the site. It's giving you the power to sell more. Thank you. Customers sending requests via email, FTP, or calling you often ends in incorrect print specifications. And it's easy for a print requester to send an email requesting that you print, finish, pack, and deliver as fast as possible. But they can easily forget to mention a paperweight, a binding method, a delivery address, or maybe even all three. Then you have to get hold of the client, resulting in lost time and production. An online tool can get the specification right every time. The customer proofs online, they get a correct and standardized price instantly. So they can pick the right cost center code and are given a job number instantly, so they benefit. It makes a transaction quick, easy, and simple. And as all this work is being captured in one central tool, all orders are displayed in one view that all internal staff can see. You know who's working on what and when. It can offer a multi-tiered approval process based on product or value, so customers and even internal departments can visually see their spend. As the job completes, statuses are sent at every stage. The customer doesn't have to chase their job, the reprographics department doesn't have to spend so much time on the phone. It turns your offer into high value, effective customer communications. Thanks. Market Direct is a customer engagement and revenue enablement platform designed to enable customer outreach, personalized marketing and communications, e-commerce, and order to production automation. It's completely scalable. You install the application and switch on the various modules. It's one integrated environment for e-commerce and marketing communications. Whether hosted in a secure cloud environment or deployed to your server, you have flexibility. Simple to deploy, you can go live very quickly, and in the cloud, you can run systems without the need to consider backup routines, patch management, security, or upgrades. It's all in hand. Thanks. The Market Direct platform contains 4 pillars. It's a given. We help you automate, do things faster, quicker, better. But we give you the capability to do something different, offer warehouse management, offer communication tools, reach out to your customers and get different revenue streams. And this is our focus for our presentation today. Thanks. Introducing our flagship e-commerce site, Market Direct Storefront. By using simple tools, it allows our customers to deploy professional, easy-to-use websites quickly and easily. It allows our customers to become the Amazon for print for their own community. In fact, in North America, there's a company that started with just selling a book 20 years ago. Amazon run their print rooms using Market Direct Storefront. Let's look at a video and look at the software itself.
Market Direct, a customer engagement platform that provides online ordering, production automation, and multi-channel communications. Offer users the ability to submit print jobs online, order from an online catalogue with a wide range of product types, including fulfillment, and the power of cross-media customer communications. Market Direct allows you to simplify the process of ordering print and other items, connecting users to centralised print services, controlling print costs and managing security, and profit from high-value, multi-channel customer communications, all in one scalable, comprehensive solution. With Market Direct Storefront, you can create branded online ordering portals for a wide range of products. A user can easily submit ad hoc print jobs by uploading a file or multiple files right from their desktop, review, choose print and finishing options, add instructions, and includes the ability to make changes to the application itself, such as adding blank pages and covers, resorting pages, before approving and submitting the job for print. You can add templated products to the storefront for quick and easy versioning, such as business cards and stationery, to more complex products such as newsletters and flyers, with built-in warnings to ensure the integrity of the finished piece. Static items and non-print items can also be added to the catalogue, and when checking out, due dates and times can be assigned, and you can offer multiple payment options. All submitted jobs can be viewed through the order and operator views. Orders can quickly be filtered by a wide range of options, such as customer, job type, and order number. You can multi-select to easily change due dates, apply status updates, or mark as shipped and completed. In both the order and operator view, each production user can create their own view with the information that is relevant to them. And in the operator view, they can easily assign jobs to operators, change status, assign output, and/or print shop if required. Storefronts can be set up for the ordering of inventory items with the same intuitive user experience as for on-demand print items. Once the order is placed, operators have access to all the order details through the fulfillment application, including a pick view showing order and product information, walk sequence, location, and quantities, which they can update in real time as they pick each item, giving staff across the company full visibility on the status of all orders and inventory products. Detailed information is stored against all products, showing available quantities, shipping and pricing information, and so much more. A truly comprehensive fulfillment solution to add even further value to your online offerings. Market Direct Storefront also allows to set up regular campaigns to communicate to all or selected user on your portals. Using the Auto Engage application, you can quickly and easily email users with relevant personalised information to drive them back to the storefront, such as abandoned shopping carts, promo codes and product marketing. Market Direct Cross Media extends its functionality, allowing you to create high-value cross-media customer communications, from direct mail, email marketing, personalised landing pages, SMS messages. The power of combining print and digital communications brings further value to any direct mail campaign. A print piece can be sent with a call to action to a personalised URL, which in turn can have links to other sites and automatically send response emails. This can facilitate other activities, such as signing up for a new product or service, with automation and full reporting delivering even further value to any marketing campaign. And Market Direct can connect to a wide range of other business solutions, such as ERPs, CRMs, procurement solutions, and production workflows. Market Direct, a scalable, comprehensive customer engagement platform that grows with your business needs.
Let's hear from someone that has reached out to new customers. Today, with great pleasure, can I introduce Ollie Renshaw, Business Systems Manager at the University of Leeds. He's been at the university for the last 18 months, and prior to that has been employed by a number of software companies and running commercial government print rooms. His extensive knowledge of all aspects of large-scale digital printing project delivery and infrastructure support. Ollie.
Thanks, David. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Just to take you back in time, 18 months ago, I started here last January at the university. We had an existing web-to-print platform, which was obsolete, and digital storefront was in place, but not deployed live. So as you can imagine, when the pandemic hit, we very rapidly escalated our deployment of digital storefront. In the first instance, to replace one existing store, and that was our staff store. We very quickly had a requirement for COVID materials, strangely, so hundreds of different poster types and stickers. And over the course of that summer last year, digital storefront has allowed us to print, produce, pack, distribute over 100,000 line items, so very, very impressive. At the same time, we also fired up another storefront, which digital storefront allows us to do very, very easily and in a very straightforward manner. And this was specifically aimed at our student population. Obviously, the kids are all working from home or studying from home, so couldn't get onto campus, but they still had there was still quite a large requirement for printed materials, both for courses, but also for course notes and various study-related bits and pieces. So the student store, that was deployed beginning of summer and being very, very popular. And prior to us deploying that online store, we had a walk-in service, so that was obviously not going to happen. And we've now taken the decision that we're not going to reinstate the walk-in service. Our student service is now 100% online. And in the past few weeks, as it's coming at the end of term and things like dissertation printing, we're currently processing in excess of 100 individual orders every day. Without digital storefront, that would have been impossible. So from the staff and students at the University of Leeds, we're starting to see a big digital transformation, which is key to the success of our little bit of this university. So without storefront, we couldn't have done that. So that's great. Running alongside that, though, was we had a smaller customer called the NIHR, the National Institute for Health Research, which is an NHS body which promotes getting people to sign up to take part in medical research. And we were doing a little bit of printing, not a lot. And we reached out to these guys and said, look, tell us a little bit more about what the NIHR does. Throughout the course of a few conversations, it quickly became apparent that they needed a pick and pack solution to send out to GPs, healthcare professionals across the country. So again, we turned to digital storefront and we copied their look and feel, put a storefront in place for them. Thank you. It's the bottom one at the back. Joint dimension research is the one. And that is now available to anybody to order in that specific NIHR realm, which could be GPs, practice nurses, consultants, you name it. And we get hundreds of orders a month through that. And again, it's a combination of ad hoc printed materials or fulfillment pick and pack. So it's really good for that as well. And as you can see, we've nicely branded that site. And finally, the other brand that we currently deploy is for a partner university next door to us, a university called the Leeds Beckett University. They unfortunately decided to close their print room at the outset of COVID, but still needed a print requirement. Now, we had contacts there, so we reached out and we said, look, do you want us to help you out? So again, we created a fully white label branded site that we operate on their behalf. As far as their customers are concerned, it looks and feels as if it is Leeds Beckett. The colours, the domain name, the emails all come from Leeds Beckett. And combined with the ability to use things like single sign-on with digital storefront for SSO, we can. It's not difficult to manage users for them either. And again, that's proven very popular with both their students and staff. I would hazard a guess they have no clue that we're doing the printing, which is a good thing. But it illustrates that you can use digital storefront in different market areas. So like I said, NIHR's pick and pack, the university staff site is very organisation driven, so business cards and the running of the university, and the student side is pretty much anything they choose to upload. Sometimes slightly questionable content. I don't know if you've any plans to put a profanity filter in digital storefront, David, but it would have been useful once or twice. But yeah, very, very popular. So that's how we've approached it. It's been very, very rapid. We've probably done more development in the last 12 months than we'd have done over the next 3 years, partly because of, well, predominantly because of the pandemic, but also the ease of which digital storefront allows us to do these things. It's dead easy to use. You can create products, templates, storefronts, pricing really, really easily. It's rapid. So you can do it relatively quickly. I wouldn't say it's an instant thing. You couldn't spin up a storefront in a day, but probably a week or so, and you'd be good to go. The other thing that's been key for our success is the integration to the automation, the workflow. We run 6 Rico engines here, all with EFI RIPs, the Fiery RIP platform, and we've integrated digital storefront really well, so that the printing is now, I would say, about 90% automated. So say a kid orders a dissertation at 2 o'clock in the morning, by the time the production staff come in, the job is printed, ready to bind and dispatch. So that side of things it's transformed the way the guys in the print room operate from like I said, from a walk-in service and emails and files all over the place. It's much more streamlined. We've never been able to cope with this volume of orders pre-digital storefront. So from that perspective, it's an absolute winner for us. So, yeah, I don't know what else you want. Anybody got any questions?
Thank you, Ollie. It's just interesting as well to hear that, you know, from one single application, you're able to go out to multiple businesses that have their own single sign-on. And as you're saying, allowing you to almost walk in there and grab that business, isn't it, effortlessly?
Absolutely.
Cool feature.
Yeah, very, very good. We've got a couple more portals planned as well for later on this year.
Cool. Okay, so I have to say, Ollie, that's fantastic. It's yeah, really great seeing that you've actually got that website up and going and the storefronts, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. So I'd like to say a big thanks to Nick and David for their time today, but a very special thanks to Ollie for showing us where you've got to. I think it's amazing you've done that in that short space of time, and the amount of business that you're actually doing. Those online orders, I've actually been to universities when I've seen a long line of students queuing up to get their print for their dissertations and things, and the fact that you're doing it online and handling 100 orders a day, that's absolutely tremendous, and really making it work for you as a university, which is fantastic. So I hope everybody that's on the webinar has found it interesting and informative, and please remember, we are here to help you and would welcome the opportunity to follow up and discuss our extensive range of products and solutions that we have that might be able to help you. So please get in touch via the normal channels. From today, all content is available. Just click on the download section and you'll find our extensive library of content to help your businesses thrive and prosper. And we'd like to encourage you to obviously register for all of our webinar series that we run. As I say, we've been running them since March last year. But don't forget to also register for the follow-up for this one in June, and we'd like to see you there. So now it's really down to do we have any questions? And we'll have a look at the question portal and have a quick look. So we have got some questions here actually, which is fantastic. So I've got the first one here from Peter. He's asking where is the digital storefront hosted?
Okay, so we have 2 European facilities, one in London and one in Frankfurt. There is obviously hosting in the US as well, but I don't think that's particularly relevant.
Okay.
I can actually interrupt there, Richard. We can also host on-prem as well. So if you want to put it into your own environment, you can host it yourself as well.
Okay, fantastic. I've got another one here from John. How is the storefront sold? Is it rented or purchased outright? Nick, do you want to answer that one?
Well, it's really what you would like it to be. So it's a subscription service if you have the cloud or SaaS version. So it can be an annual rental, or we can, if with necessary hardware, etc., it could even be serviced as a lease. And of course, as always, if you have the on-prem version, you can buy it outright, albeit as a term license.
Okay, so the next question is from Emma. How long does it take to train somebody on digital storefront? Nick, please.
Well,
Ollie actually, because Ollie's actually.
I've got a difficult audience here with Ollie. With Ollie, 5 minutes, but no, seriously, Ollie, would you like to answer that?
Yeah, I would, from a staff perspective internally, it's quite intuitive. It's not long. I'd say you get to grasp with it in a few days. If you want to really delve deep, it's just ongoing. You're always learning. You're always finding something new. You're always playing, trying. But yeah, I would say it's fairly rapid. From a customer perspective, I've just had a quick look. We've got 3,500 active student users. I think I've had probably 3 or 4 questions from them. So from a perspective of an end user, it's really intuitive. So I would say reasonable but minimal. Good,
thank you, Ollie. Right, next question, David. I think you could answer this one, David. What is your typical customer? So what does your typical customer for storefront look like?
Okay, so we pretty much go from sole traders up to multinationals. So we're completely scalable in how we deliver this. And as I said, as Nick mentioned, it could be self-hosted or a cloud service. So I would say in the UK that predominantly that we do go to a lot of universities, a lot of corporate print rooms as a majority of our customers. But again, we service, commercial print completely. So.
Okay, I've got one more question here from David. It's to you, Ollie, actually. So how did Ollie find this additional business?
Leveraging existing contacts, reaching out, just talking to them, basically. We give them a demo, talk them through what it can do, how it can help. One of the big wins for the external guys for the NIHR and Leeds Beckett is the efficiency. So the turnaround time, that's a big win. We're also talking to a couple of other public sector parties, and it's a similar discussion. It's ease of ordering, traceability, that audit chain, so order numbers, purchase or cost codes is a big thing in our sector, both higher education and public sector. And digital storefront's got a really nice feature where you can pre-populate it with legitimate cost codes, and that was one of the big things for Leeds Beckett. So we can control maverick spend. So yeah. So basically, we pretty much just sold the features of what storefront does, and once people have seen it and used it, they just yeah, we'll have a bit of that. Thank you very much.
Cool. So it's that easy to use. That's what we want to hear. So one last question here by the looks of it for Malcolm. And he's just asking, do we have any reference sites? So I'm going to ask Nick and David, because obviously both of you may have reference sites, but what about reference sites? Can we got some reference sites we could supply people?
Definitely, we can supply reference sites from probably all sectors, from commercial print through to colleges and universities. We've got Ollie on the call here from the University of Leeds. I'm sure if we had some requests for references, we can have a chat with Ollie. But certainly our references can be supplied as and when you need it. All we ask is we let our customers know first before we get them a call. But yeah, lots and lots available.
So the key here is if you want a reference site, give us a call, get in contact with us, and we'll come and talk to you about where you can go and who you can talk to reference the software. So that's great. So that leaves me. There's no more questions in the question box. So that leaves me very ready to wrap up and say thank you very much for joining the session. I hope you've enjoyed it. We certainly have, and we look forward to seeing you at the next one in June. Many thanks and thank you very much. Goodbye.